Hey, everybody! Guess what?
Guess what?
One more
Y'all ain't even ready.
day! Y'all ain't ready.
Y'all ain't ready.
When I tell y'all, look, we've been cleaning the virtual mansion, and it is spick and span and fantastical.
It's fantastical. We made up a word. We did. Because it's like that. It's fantastical.
Fantastical.
So, I don't know if you saw it on our social media, but did you see the exhibit hall? Did you just see our Sister Diamonds display? Because it's not a booth, honey. It's not a booth. When you see it and you see that chandelier, you will know it is not a booth.
It's the signature Sister Diamonds chandelier. We got a couple of them in the mansion.
Just a couple. Wait till you see. Oh my God! Wait till you see how you even get into the mansion. You're not even ready for how you are going to enter the SHEBrilliance experience.
Y'all not ready. Y'all ain't seen nothing like it. We haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah, that's for real.
It's amazing. It is so amazing. Our team has been working so hard. Don't wake up and have FOMO. Cause people gonna be like, dang, did you see? You'll be like,
I was gonna register. Oh, it wasn't that good, but I was gonna girl.
Let me tell you, okay. So we have, and we're talking about SHEBrilliance, by the way. If you don't already know, SHEBrilliance.com. Get your ticket today. SHEBrilliance.com. You don't want to miss it.
You don't.
So we've been talking every day. We've been bringing different topics. We've been talking about service. We've been talking about humility. Today, let's talk about excellences. Because see, in case you don't know, the She in SHEBrilliance stands for service, humility, and excellence. Service, humility, and excellence. And the brilliance is what happens when we all come together and illuminate. When collectivism and illumination come together, it breeds brilliance. So let's talk about excellence today. Excellence is what you're going to see at SHEBrilliance.com. Our team has put in the work. We've been working long. We've been working hard. We've been working together.
Yeah.
And we have really tried to exceed the expectations of everyone in the mansion.
Now, when we did ISP, right, you got to look at your wins because your wins inspire you and fuel you. Your losses do too. We'll talk about that in the mansion, but your wins inspire you. It was so crazy to hear, how many was it? It says 96% of the women that attended said that the mansion exceeded their expectations, that the experience exceeded their expectations. I don't know about you, but that's hard to get.
Yeah.
Like, let's be clear. That is hard to get. And when that experience was over, we just were talking and debriefing. What did we miss? That's great. And we're excited because Lord knows we wanted them to have an amazing time.
Yeah.
But what did we miss? What do we have to work on starting now for next year? How do we make sure that we make the connections that they want us to make at that next level? Now, mind you, we were talking about the world's first ever largest international slumber party. 96% said we exceeded their expectations, but we're sitting down talking about what's next.
What can we do better?
What can we do better?
What did we learn from the last time that we can improve on?
And we implemented all of it here.
Yes.
For our experience, because we were like, you know what? We can improve those things for this experience, can't we? Y'all, when I tell you we tired,
we tired.
Jesus, come Sunday night, Don't look for us.
Don't look for us all next week.
Right.
All next week.
Be like this under a pillow.
Don't come for us unless we send for you.
I know that's right. Because when I tell you it's straight adrenaline, excitement,
man,
coffee, the giggles. We got the giggles. Now listen, you know we got the giggles on the regular because you know we don't got no good sense. Now we not our business.
That's right.
We ain't got no good sense. So we got the giggles anyway. Child, we've been dancing. We've been around this
We've
house.
been like, it's day.
We've been doing that. We don't even need no music.
We got one
music.
Man,
we make our own music because excellence will do that.
Yeah.
When you see, oh my goodness, when you see the production quality, when you see the speakers and what they are putting out there, the truth, no chaser, straight. When you see the things that they're saying, the nuggets that they're giving, the truth that they're telling about their own experience, it is amazing. And it's in this beautiful space where you're sitting there saying, here's what I pray. I pray that for those of you who say yes, you feel the sister hug that we are giving you in the mansion. Listen, I pray.
Because you deserve it.
Yeah. Like I pray when you get in there, sis, I want them to feel the love, the intention, the attention to detail. And y'all, it's not easy. You know why? Because y'all so doggone brilliant.
Yeah. And to make something that represents you.
What? Y'all shine so bright that to even dare to do something that we hope will make you feel like, you know what? Not just they did that, but they did that for me.
With love.
They did that for me.
From our hearts.
From our hearts. Like dancing, giggling, and all of that, but the real, everything that we've been doing, what excites us so much is that we really do believe in our heart, mind, and soul that we're doing it to put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
That we're doing it to put some more joy in your heart.
To give you some light.
To give you
some love with everything that's going on. We just want you to come, hang out in the mansion with us, feel loved, have some fun, meet some amazing people, and just be in a space where you can just be you.
Yeah.
We just want you to show up in all your brilliance. Just be you.
Your whole self.
Your whole self. Just come. You ain't got to pretend and act like nobody. You don't have to have a mask on. You could just come be you at SHEBrilliance. SHEBrilliance.com. Get your tickets today if you haven't.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's so funny, you know, with excellence, the thing about excellence is no matter how good you are, you can always improve.
Well, that's because excellence is about excelling.
Yes.
It's about acceleration.
Yeah.
It's about excelling. It's about, you know, one of the things that's so cool, you know, I used to work for Anheuser-Busch back in the day. That was one of the major stomping ground, teach me, sharpen me experiences that I've had. And you probably know the Clydesdale horses, those beautiful horses that used to just connect in every way to that brand. But you probably also know the Eagle. The Anheuser-Busch Eagle was no joke. Now, if you've ever been to St. Louis, you know how prominent that Eagle was to everything they did. Now, they were best in class. They were top of the line. They had the greatest amount of market share. They were no joke, and they represented a family legacy. The thing that's so cool about the Eagle, and we talk about it, Sis and I talk about it all the time, those birds represent excellence because they fear nothing.
That's right.
they fly straight towards the sun.
Yeah.
So when we've got to wear shades, when we've got to get our mind right and ourselves together for an eclipse and all that stuff, the eagle is like, be easy. I just go straight to it. My whole DNA is about excelling. It's about getting to there and then getting to the next there and then getting to the next there. That's what I do as an eagle. The thing that is so cool about Black women, Crystal and I believe that that's us. That's what we do. That's what we do. Through adversity.
Yeah.
Through not always being chosen, though we are chosen. Through struggle, through triumph, through victory, through disappointment, through surprise. Our stance is the same.
Yeah.
We are brilliant, wonderfully made. So why wouldn't we create a mansion experience for you? That's what you deserve.
You deserve it. And I just had a revelation as we were talking. One of the things we say all the time is we want you to show up so brilliantly that we have to put our shades on.
Indeed.
And it just dawned on me just now that, shade has a negative connotation.
It does now. Jeez.
Right? Shade has a negative connotation. It's always thrown around when women, especially Black women, are downing or looking down on other women, shading them, right? Trying to tear them down, trying to pick them apart for whatever reason. It's called shade, right? We want you to know that's not what we mean.
Yeah.
When Sister Diamond say shade, we say, we have to put our shade on because we don't want to dim your light at all. We're going to adjust ourselves by putting on our shade so you can shine.
Because we want to see you.
We want to see it. We want to see it in all its glory.
In fullness.
Yes.
Like full effect. So bring all of you.
Yes. So we can say, go sis, do you. You do that. You did that. We're going to celebrate you and hopefully you'll celebrate us because you'll see. They did that. They did that. Wow.
Isn't that something?
And we've had people call us at the ISP and say, how did y'all do that?
We still trying
to figure it out.
We're still sitting there and it's humility, right? When you are so intentional about doing something for your sisters and you see their brilliance, and you live a life seeking to hold the space for women to show up magnificently, brilliantly, authentically, fully who they are. When that's your thing, you can't help but get excited when you see. Child, we got excited when we saw the doors. We started screaming. When we saw the doors, and we can't tell you nothing else. When we saw the doors, we started screaming. When we got into the foyer, because it has a foyer. A foyer. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. We started screaming. When we saw the swag bags, we started screaming. Now you got to understand. That's what we do. We don't have any problem expressing joy.
And it don't matter who it is.
It don't. Like, we don't have no problem expressing joy at all. We wore pajamas all around the world.
Millions of people.
Millions, right? Like, are they in pajamas?
Yes, we are.
Right.
Yes, ma'ams, yes, sirs, says Kim Bright.
But what we say is, don't judge us, join us. Don't judge us.
Join us.
Because if you Google us, you'll see what God has done.
Amen.
So don't judge. Just come on in the room and say, honey, let's all sit next to each other and we'll say, baby, we got a chair for you.
It's so funny because we talk about how silly we are, right? But all you gotta do is Google us if you think we don't know what we're talking about, right?
For real.
But doesn't it feel good to be able to be authentically you?
Man, listen.
It feels so good. Listen, I've been in corporate America for over 30 years. I've had to play the part. I've had to get suited and booted in my St. John's and my Louboutins. I had to play the game. I had to come in there.
Exactly.
You know how we do.
For real.
You have to play the game. You got to dance to the tune, right? It feels so good to be able to proclaim my God when I talk. And to be able to be authentically me, and sometimes drop a little ain't, and sometimes drop a little just be, but all in good fun, but at the same time sharing my knowledge, being vulnerable, sharing the lessons that we've learned, teaching, educating, motivating, inspiring. So we get on here and we have some fun and we silly and all that, but true, you best believe
we done been
some places and we have done some things, and we've got some things we want to share with you, things that Dr. Nicole, you always say, what will nobody tell you that you should know?
Yeah.
So there's some things that we've learned the hard way because nobody told us.
That's right.
Yet we overcame those obstacles and we continue growing. We're trying to share those.
Right.
Right? We want to share those with you so that you don't have to go the hard way.
Yeah. And we want you to come in and share what you've experienced.
Right, because you've been through some stuff that we probably haven't been through.
Here's what I'm so excited about. The mansion represents self-compassion. Mm-hmm. It represents love. It represents care. It represents opulence and beauty and all of the things that we think about when we think about Black women. Mm-hmm. And, for us, thinking like that, that's a journey. Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna get into it right now. Mm-hmm. But if you know your history, you know that loving ourselves and seeing ourselves through this prism of beauty and fantasticness. Yeah. It ain't always been easy. No. Right? So for us to be Black girls, creating an experience for Black girls. And see, you got to understand where Crystal and I come from. Just in case you don't know, I'm the child of immigrants, right? I'm a child of immigrants. My parents came over here, and child, it was so crazy. My mama got deported. Child, we talk about that thing. You want to know why she got deported, sis? There was a lady that my mother was, living all in this house together, apartment together, trying to make it. All of them came from the islands. And this woman had a beef with my mom. My mom still thinks it was over a guy that was attracted to her. Because let me tell you, my mom was a pretty thing. She was really beautiful with red hair. And she said the lady just didn't like her. She said one day the lady said to her, America ain't big enough for both of us. Wow. True story. When I say you experiencing a miracle when you see
America ain't big enough.
America. Like America.
The all of America.
Ain't big enough for both of us. Now my mother in her naivete had no idea what this woman was talking about until she got deported. My mother gets on the plane. She goes to Canada. She said she cried from New York to Canada. Wow. She said, I cried so much when I got there. The immigration officer asked me, was I okay? She said, because as red as I was, my whole face was puffy because I cried from New York to Canada. And what's crazy is when you look at us, thank God, we don't have all of the scars. Thank God for God, right? Because what you're looking at is a miracle. Sis. Like straight up.
You know where my mom is from? Greenville, Alabama. Greenville, Alabama segregated at the time. She grew up in segregated Greenville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
She went to segregated schools. She marched with Martin Luther King. They grew up sharecroppers. My mother picked cotton as a child. My mother, she used to tell a story about how she actually got her last paycheck from a white woman that she worked for. Her last paycheck was a torn dress.
Oh, my mom's got those stories.
A torn dress. My mom didn't get her high school diploma until her 40s. Okay, I was the first person to go to college. So yeah, we are walking miracles. Right. We are
a testimony of Black women who came before us, who experienced tremendous,
strong Black women
tremendous adversity, but pushed through in excellence. Despite what was going on, they tried, they worked, they built a tribe, they invested in themselves. My mother came over here and went to school to be a hairstylist. But I tell you how wonderful God is. You know, I have a PhD, but my mother was the first psychologist, coach, whatever you want to call
my
it.
Mama too.
Being a hairstylist, that was where I saw it all happen. Now, I'm on the OWN network now. I'm the relationship coach on the OWN network now. But what I grew up in was a hair salon from a woman who got deported and fought her way back to this country and said, America is for me.
Yes.
America is for me. Came back, fought her way to get an education. She didn't go to college. She went to beauty school, as you would say, cosmetology school, and started her own business. That's awesome. Where I got it, sis.
That's awesome.
That's where I got it.
Since my mother worked for Kodak, she retired from Kodak. She was over quality control without a high school diploma. Nobody would have even known. I didn't know my mother. Do you know I didn't know my mother didn't have a high school diploma until she went back to school in her 40s and got it and just gave it to me like, huh? And I was like, what is this?
Right. She like, just in case you need to know.
Yeah.
I got it.
I had no idea. I always thought my mother went to college. I always thought she went to college. So it was like, no, there was no other option for me.
Right.
Didn't know. I didn't know. My mom had a good job at Kodak. She retired from Kodak.
But that's because she moved in brilliance. The women that are coming to the SHEBrilliance experience come from all walks of life.
Yeah.
But they show up brilliantly no matter where they are.
Yeah.
Whether they're working from home or working at home as a stay-at-home mom or in the corporate arena, starting off as an assistant, moving up the ladder because maybe they want a different circumstance for themselves, starting their own business, just like my mom, working honorably, excellence in everything they do, just like your mom. And then they had these crazy children. Straight crazy. And I know that, you know, your mom is gone, respectfully.
Yeah.
My dad is gone. I wonder what they see when they're looking down from heaven saying, we did that.
Yeah.
Look at them
They're
serving.
probably up there slapping fire
you
right
know
now.
what I'm saying? Like, look at them serving. Yeah. As many places, Crystal and I have been all over the world. Yeah. But we've also been in some of the lowest of the lowest places. And I know they got to be like, look at them serving.
I love it.
Look at them doing for others and manifesting their own dreams and manifesting so that other people can manifest their vision and holding the space and bringing this amazing tribe of people together in SHEBrilliance. Just so if you want to move out of corporate America, you got some help to do that.
Yeah.
Just so if you want to start a nonprofit or elevate your nonprofit to the next level or scale your business
Or write a book.
Whatever
it is you want to do, you can do it. Because see, the one thing excellence is about, it's about legacy building.
Oh gosh.
It's about knowing that there is something bigger than you. It's about not just creating wealth for yourself for the now. It's about creating generational wealth,
Right.
generational knowledge,
Yeah.
generational abundance, generational abundance, right? That's the thing about excellence, because what we know now is, and I knew this in corporate America too, I don't work for them. I work for God. I work for a higher power. Jobs are just temporary assignments.
Sure are. That He provides.
Right? Jobs are temporary assignments. I work for a higher power. And when you know who you work for, you can't help but push for excellence, because I can't disappoint my employer.
Right.
He's done too much for me.
You got to show up.
You got to show up.
That say, if you look at me, you can
I represent him.
You can see him.
I represent him. If you look at my work, you can see him. When you look at this mansion, you'll see him.
You will see him.
Take your time. Look around in every room. Look in every corner. You will see him.
Oh, yeah. It's two-dimensional.
Oh, yeah.
So you get to go, you get to take a tour of the mansion. You get to go into different rooms like Marquee Glam or Empower Her Zone.
The Emerald Pool.
It has a pool.
Asher Hall.
It has.
Look up Asher. It's a diamond cut. Look it up. See what it means. Asher. Yeah.
Listen.
It's something. SHEBrilliance. You need to be there. SHEBrilliance.com. And listen. Yesterday we started the giveaway. We did something radical.
We did.
And we still have some tickets left. I think it's maybe 10. Maybe the team might get me. I think it may be 10 left. So here was the challenge. Tag 10 friends and say, you need to be at SHEBrilliance.
Yes.
Tag 10 friends in this post.
Right.
And say, you need to be at SHEBrilliance. I know Nicole Brewer did it. I saw her. Yes, girl. And matter of fact, she didn't give us 10. She gave us 30. That's excellence. What? That's excellence. When we ask for 10 and you give us 3 times what we asked for, that's excellent, Miss Elise Brewer, Miss Nicole Brewer. That's excellence.
And you think God is not going to meet that?
You think He ain't going to honor that?
Please.
Oh, yeah. And yes, we're going to see you at the mansion, ma'am. We can't wait. We're looking forward to it. So listen, if you're watching tonight, you better claim them last 10 spots.
I know that's right.
Tag 10 people and say, you need to be at SHEBrilliance. Tag them. Okay? And we hope to see you.
We hope to see you.
SHEBrilliance.com.
Get your ticket.
Oh,
and I almost forgot to say, listen. A lot of you have been asking, and we just want to tell you that we see you and we hear you. A lot of you have been saying, sis, I work on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if I've been asleep, but I just heard about it and I want to come, but I can't be there all day on Friday. I'm working. Honey, we know what that life is. We know what that is. So you get your ticket and you come. You're not going, you might miss it in the live moment, but we're not locking you out of your blessing.
You can come on in the house.
Stay up. Do like some of the girls did in SHEBrilliance in ISP. One young lady from South Africa, she reached out to us and she said, I stayed up till 4 a.m. We were like, good Lord, youth is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
She said, I stayed up till 4 a.m. because I didn't want to miss anything. And I kept going into different rooms, seeing different things. And before you know it, it was 4 a.m. And thank you so much. Yeah. So listen, if you got to work, there is no penalty for that. We as Black women have to do what we have to do.
Yes.
So we're not shutting you out. And if you got a general ticket and you get in the mansion and you're like, I want the VIP, what do I need to do? We got to wait for you to do that. If you can't come tomorrow, or you're like, I can come tomorrow, but I got my kids on Saturday. You know, it's Halloween. We gonna talk about Halloween. That's a whole nother conversation because we're still like, and the return is what?
Yeah.
But no judgment.
No
We'll
judgment.
talk about it. We'll talk about it later. Tomorrow. We'll start talking about it tomorrow. But if that's you, get your ticket, sis, and show up.
Yeah.
Don't be one of those women that when we are showing clips of what happened, you're sitting there saying, wow.
FOMO is real.
I could have gotten my friend to go with me. It was $50. Mm-hmm. I could have made that happen. I should have gone. Don't do that to yourself.
Right.
We will see you tomorrow. There's some exercise going on in the morning. Dear Jesus.
We're going to try to be there for that.
We're going to try to be there for that. But the DJ's going to be there in the morning because we got to get the blood pumping, get it going. And honey, when you see the opening, it ought to make you proud.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow, sis.
Bye-bye.